Cliff Thorburn, the grinder. April 23rd, 1983. The first player to hit the maximum at the Crucible. One, 4, 7.
You probably remember Cliff Thorburn as the grinder, the calm, steady Canadian who made snooker history with his skill and patience. But what if I told you that at 77, he's still as active and passionate as ever? From champion to mentor, Cliff's story just keeps getting better. Cliff Thorburn's story began far from the bright lights of championship snooker. He left school at 16 and entered a tough world. He worked as a bin man and dishwasher to survive. At night, he played pool in smoky rooms across Canada and the United States. He hustled for money and learned to read people as well as he read the table. Those hard years taught him mental strength that never left him. Now, in 1973, everything changed. The great John Spencer watched Thorburn play and saw something special. Spencer told him to turn professional. Thorburn took the chance. 7 years later, he stood on top of the snooker world. He beat Alex Higgins 18-16 at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield to win the 1980 World Championship. Thorburn became the first Canadian to win the title. He remains the only Canadian world champion in snooker history, and the win put Canadian snooker on the map. Thorburn made history again in 1983. He scored the first ever maximum 147 break at the Crucible. His opponent was Terry Griffiths. The perfect break started with a fluke on the first red ball. What happened next was pure magic. Thorburn potted every ball perfectly for 18 minutes. The crowd watched in silence. When he finished, the Crucible exploded with cheers. That break became one of snooker's most famous moments. Alex Higgins gave Thorburn his nickname, the Grinder, and the name fit perfectly. Thorburn played slowly and carefully. He used safety shots to control the game. He wore opponents down with patience and precision. His style won him 3 Masters titles in 1983, 1985, and 1986. He reached world number 1 in 1981-2. He dominated an era filled with great players.
Oh, and look at that kiss on the blue. Has set him up perfect.
Canada recognized his achievements. In 1984, he became a member of the Order of Canada. This is the country's highest civilian award. BC Sports Hall of Fame inducted him in 1995. Canada's Sports Hall of Fame followed in 2001. Thorburn also wrote 2 books in 1987. Cliff Thorburn's snooker skills taught people how to play better. Playing for Keeps told his life story.
The first shot being a fluke and everything, but I really felt like I had been there before.
But his career had rough patches too. His early years included bar fights and smashed cues. He had a hot temper that sometimes got the better of him. In 1986, he played an epic match against Terry Griffiths. The game finished at 3:51 in the morning. It became the longest match in snooker history. Both players showed incredible stamina. And later in the 1990s, Thorburn faced a drug ban. The controversy threatened everything he had built. He faced it directly and moved forward. Now, in 1996, Cliff Thorburn stepped away from the main professional tour. Most champions would have called it a career, packed up the cue, and moved on. But Thorburn had other ideas. He looked at retirement and decided it wasn't for him. The Snooker Legends Tour became his new home. He faced old rivals like Jimmy White and John Parrott, the same players who'd battled him during snooker's glory days.
It's been a long time since I've had a drink with you. As a matter of fact, this reminds me of, Bob, you started, when I first met you in '78.
Yep.
And
These matches meant something. They weren't just exhibitions where everyone went through the motions for a quick paycheck. Thorburn played every frame like it was a world final. The competitive fire still burned hot. Then 2018 arrived. Thorburn was 70 years old. Most people that age are content watching sports on TV. Thorburn entered the World Seniors Masters instead. He reached the final against Jonathan Bagley and won 2-0 at 70. The same precision that carried him to the World Championship status in 1980 remained sharp as ever.
He may as well take it on at this stage of the game. No, he's grinding.
That victory proved something remarkable. The body gets older, reflexes slow down, but the mental game stays sharp. The tactical brilliance, the shot selection, the ability to read 3 frames ahead, those things don't fade. Thorburn had them all, refined over decades at the table. The Snooker Legends events drew massive crowds through those years. Fans who remembered his glory days packed the venues. Parents brought their children and pointed at Thorburn, telling stories about the perfect 147 break, about that epic World Championship victory. He became living history, walking proof that true champions never really leave.
Jimmy White, who goes through to the semi-finals, he's a winner by 2 frames to 0.
But time catches everyone eventually. In 2022, at age 74, Thorburn announced his retirement from competitive events. The UK Seniors Championship marked his final tournament. He played knowing each shot might be his last in competition. The decision came from wisdom. He'd given snooker everything he had for nearly 50 years. Stepping away from competition didn't mean stepping away from snooker. Thorburn still attends the World Championships every year. He walks those Sheffield corridors as a fan and ambassador now. Young players stop him with respect in their eyes. Fans ask for photos. He smiles that quiet smile and obliges every time, still humble after all the glory. At 77, Thorburn has found his final calling, mentoring. He's passing down decades of knowledge to young players hungry to learn. That never-say-die attitude that lifted him from pool hall floors to world champion, well, he's teaching it, sharing every lesson learned through triumph and failure. Watching him now with young players, he talks about patience, about grinding opponents down, about turning nothing into everything through pure determination. The cue sits idle more often these days, but the legacy grows bigger. Thorburn discovered that retirement simply meant finding new ways to stay in the game. At 77, Cliff Thorburn could be relaxing on a beach somewhere, playing golf, taking it easy after 5 decades in snooker. That's what most retired champions do. Thorburn, well, he's busier than ever. Walk into the Comrocks Valley's Evergreen Club in October 2024. 21 seniors gather around as Thorburn breaks down the finer points of safety play. He's running snooker clinics for amateurs, sharing secrets that took him a lifetime to master. The participants hang on every word. They're learning from the best, and they know it. These sessions happen regularly now. Anyone can book personalized coaching through his website at cliffthorburn.ca. The master is still teaching. But coaching is only part of the story. Thorburn spends considerable time organizing charity exhibitions. In May 2025, he'll host an event at Ashby's Ivanhoe Club. The goal? Raising funds for Daniel Blunn, a 17-time world disability snooker champion who needs support for international travel. Thorburn understands the struggle. He remembers what it took to get opportunities when nobody knew his name. Now he's opening doors for others. The speaking circuit keeps him moving too. In January 2025, he appeared at Henley's Trinity Snooker Club. Jason Francis, chair of the World Seniors Tour, joined him for an evening of crucible memories and snooker talk. Thorburn held the room captive. He discussed safety play, calling it rocket science, and contrasted it with modern players' flashy shot making. He analysed current stars, made predictions, and shared stories that had the audience laughing and learning in equal measure. These events sell out quickly. People want to hear from the legend himself. His influence extends beyond coaching and speaking. Thorburn remains a regular visitor to the Crucible during World Championships. Players see him in the corridors and feel the weight of history. he endorses billiards gear. His face and name still carry serious value in the snooker world. The earnings from appearances and speaking engagements keep his net worth healthy. Retirement hasn't slowed his income one bit. Pop culture hasn't forgotten him either. Alan Partridge sketches have portrayed him, introducing Thorburn to new generations who never saw him play. The name still resonates decades after his playing peak. Through it all, Thorburn remains a private family man. He's back in Canada, living quietly away from the spotlight between engagements. But snooker, that's still his passion. Always will be. There are no golf carts in his future, no deck lounges, no slowing down. The grinder keeps grinding, just in different ways now. From pool hall hustler to world champion to mentor and ambassador, Thorburn has lived several lifetimes in snooker. At 77, he's writing yet another chapter, teaching the next generation, raising money for worthy causes, keeping the game's history alive through stories only he can tell. The cue might spend more time in its case these days, but Cliff Thorburn's impact on snooker grows stronger every year. Some legends fade, others refuse to leave the table. At 77, Cliff Thorburn isn't slowing down. He's redefining what legacy looks like. From world champion to mentor, he's still shaping the game he loves. Want more stories about snooker's living legends and where they are now? Subscribe and stay tuned. There's plenty more to come.